Okay, we should be live.
Awesome.
Yeah.
All right, let's get started then. So I think Dr. Bronstein had a check-in question. If people want to answer this in the YouTube live chat, go ahead.
So the check-in question for today is, what of your teeth is your favorite tooth and why? For me, it's my top right incisor because I'm proud of it.
All right, I'm going to pass.
Hey, I like my canines, I guess. I can chomp with them. They're pretty good. Thank you for the check-in question.
Olivia?
I missed it. I'm sorry. Can you say it again?
Gladly. Which of your teeth is your favorite tooth and why?
Do I have to answer this?
I passed.
No, but you should.
Yeah, I'm gonna pass on this as well.
Oh, you youngins have no sense of fun.
All right.
Where's your spirit?
Well, we're here, of course, to go over the syllabus for our class, Archaeological Cryptography. Oberlin has outsourced some of the teaching of its second module courses, even to a further extent than the first module half that we taught, in order to lighten the workload for the professors. Should we introduce ourselves?
Sounds good.
All right, well, I'm Professor Rhodes. I use any pronouns.
Hey, okay. Well, I'm Professor Benjamin Lang. You can call me Ben or Benji, or I don't really care. I'm a mathematician. I do some consulting work for an anyway, my boss told me that I was going to come here and do some outreach to teach the kids how to do cryptography, and I'm excited to be here. And yeah, I love math, and I'm going to share my love with you kids. That's all I got. I use he, him pronouns.
I'm Professor Bonstein. I also use he, him pronouns, and I'm just here to share, if we're sharing loves of subjects, my love of history or communism.
Okay. I think it's my turn as far as I know. My name is Olivia Worley. I use she, her, hers. I'm a recent grad from Georgetown University, and I'm just here on a fun post-grad job while my career takes off. I'm basically a bridge between the professors and you. So I'm here to respond to any questions or concerns you may have about the class or the professors. And I've got literally nothing to do, so please come talk to me during my office hours. I've put the sign up like a multitude of places at this point.
Well, thanks, Olivia.
Does anybody want to start with the syllabus, or should I just take it?
Go ahead.
To read the syllabus, in case anybody can't read, the word cryptography is derived from the ancient Greek word for cryptos, or hidden. In English, refers to enciphering and deciphering of messages in secret code or cipher. The uses of cryptography in the modern world are numerous, ranging from recreational puzzle solving to government crypto analysis. In this course, you will learn the basics of cryptography strategies and apply them to decrypt codes and puzzles with both historical and contemporary origins.
Great, that was a lovely job reading that. Of course, all of our emails are on the syllabus and the class name. We want students to understand the basics of cryptanalysis, including historical ciphers and up through modern cryptography, gain a greater understanding of their historical context, work collaboratively with classmates and professors, and through your final project, engage in hands-on experiential learning.
Very good. Well, should we talk about some of the things we're gonna be doing? talk what we're going to be talking about?
They can't hear
Yeah.
you. You just have, or they can hear you, but they're not going to respond. You're going to just have to.
Oh, okay. I don't. Are we live streaming on the?
Technology.
We
What
are
we
live
doing
streaming,
here?
yes.
Just trust that it's working.
Okay,
Like your
but I
Wi-Fi.
can't. They can see me.
But you can't see them.
They can see you.
Okay.
You will not see
Yeah,
them or
y'all,
hear
I mean,
from them until we
technology
take
these days
questions at the
is-
end of the lecture.
Okay. Well, week one, we're going to be doing basic ciphers. We're going to be doing some image steganography, and I'll be talking about a personal favorite topic of mine, cryptic crosswords. They're good for the mind and good for the soul, and you're going to very much enjoy them.
Right.
I'm
Go
gonna
ahead.
I was just going in order on the syllabus, but I'm the third lecture for the week, and I'm going to be doing covering image steganography and how just generally people hide messages in images.
Right. And I'm doing just an overview of basic ciphers for the first week that you'll probably encounter if you go further in cryptography. For week 2, we are covering modern cryptography, audio steganography, and map encryption. So
Wonderful.
I'm doing the audio steganography, which is hiding messages in audio in a way that they can't be detected.
And I'll be doing the portion on modern cryptography. We're gonna, I think, develop just some very basic mathematical notions. We're gonna do some Diffie-Hellman, some key exchange. It's a, I mean, you all are smart students, and I teach an accelerated course, but I think you'll be able to handle it just fine.
I'm going to be doing the section on historical ciphers all the way Professor Lang hid things from his mother when he was a child back in the Middle Ages.
That was a good one, mate. That was a good one, Amos. Good crack.
Yeah, for the third week, I'll be covering escape rooms and some strategies to beat them. And Professor Lang has
Bonus content.
who let this through? For week 4, there are no lectures. We'll just work on the final project, which we'll discuss when that comes up. We don't want you to worry about it right now. Also, every Friday at the same time as this lecture, we'll have a live lecture where we go over a problem from the puzzle set. Puzzle sets are given weekly on Mondays, and they'll be due Thursdays at 11:59 p.m. Eastern Time.
Wonderful. Do you all want to talk about, I know you've got set up some convoluted point grading. I don't know, I'm just here for the math, but you should tell the students about that.
Arguably, the points are math, but yes, for each completed solution on a puzzle set, you receive 10 points. There is some extra credit in which you can receive 5 points. You do not need to complete every single one of the puzzles, just as many as you can before it's due. We accept late work except for the puzzle that we go over during the live lecture, which would be pointless, but that'll be half credit for each correct solution. The top 10% of the class will receive A's, or the equivalent in our, whatever Oberlin set up the grading system to be.
A pass with some pluses next to it.
As you have, I assume, already figured out, we are doing this class through a Discord server as well as Google Classroom. I hope everybody has figured out how those work by now.
I haven't.
Except for Professor Lang, who is doing his best. I'm sure.
I don't trust him. Anyway.
They're perfectly fine systems. They have worked for other people. They will be fine. But if you have any questions about those, please let us know. We're going to be taking questions at the end of this lecture.
Really quickly, it looks like Lizzie has a question. Wants Professor Rhodes,
Yes.
about whether or not you are in the shower right now.
I was wondering that myself.
No, this is just a board that I have on which I keep notes for lectures and other things. It's not a shower. I'm in my office.
Okay, that was.
I would appreciate if you would keep the frivolous questions until the end, at least, if not ignore them entirely. But thank you, Olivia. And thank you, Lizzie. Also, I'll have office hours every week from 3 to 5. If you want the link to the sign up, feel free to email me. And if you can't make those times, we can set up something else.
I'll also be having office hours from 3 to 5-ish on Tuesday afternoons. I don't know how any technology works. And so it's going to be free for all on Zoom. Get what you get.
I have office hours pretty much every day. So I have a sign up sheet both linked in my email and then on the Discord, and soon I'll get it linked on the Google Classroom as well.
Yeah, I find the concept of office hours to be needly restrictive. I prefer to have a more organic, rhizomatic nature of my relationship with my students. But just send me an email with a question, and I'll get to you when I can.
Every week during the lectures on Friday, we'll release the names of the top teams currently. Multiple of you have assured me that you will be the top team. So we'll see. It's just to spark a little bit more competition. We won't release point totals, but those will be available on the Google Classroom once we have the first puzzle set turned in. Is there anything else we need to cover, or can we start taking questions?
There are a lot of questions coming in, so I think that should about a lot of things. So I can start reading those off. So the first question was obviously from Lizzie. That was just a little teaser to get this fun party started. But the second question is from.
What is the question?
Okay, there we go. Alice asks, as this class is graded on a curve and the top 10% get A's, does that mean that the top team will receive an A+?
We'll say yes. Yeah.
This is a pass, no pass class, people.
You can get a plus and an A+ in your heart.
Yes.
I'll give you a gold star.
I'll give you a sticker.
I probably will not deliver you either of it.
Okay. And then Noelle asks, will this be transcribed?
Oh, yes. We're going to attempt to have transcriptions for all of our lectures. I will go through after this is over and attempt to transcribe it.
Okay. And then looks like there are some questions about the shower. Still.
It is not.
I like these Oberlin students.
It is not. Can we move on?
It does look like a shower.
Are there any notes on the board?
It has measurements on it so I can accurately align things with each other.
Okay, someone's saying that it looks like barnard showers. Oh, okay, for Professor Lang.
Okay.
What does
Oh, yeah.
bonus content mean from
Bonus.
Key?
Well, if I told you about it, it wouldn't be very bonus, would it?
I'm not sure
Okay.
I understand what a bonus is.
And then there is Gwen the Nerd asks something about rhizomatic, wants clarification on that.
Well, it comes from Deleuze and Guattari, which are two authors that I really much enjoy. It's a nature of connecting in decentralized kind of self-organizing modes, as opposed to the kind of binary office hour, no office hour structure that other professors seem to prefer. Now I can give you a book if you want to look it up.
Okay, there's also a question from East Coast Samuel. Have you all seen some strange birds lately?
No.
Okay, I am assuming that a lot of people are getting very inspired by each other, so we like to see that community here. Alice has another question. As this class is graded on the curve and the top 10% get A's, does this mean that the top, okay.
No, you
Yeah, that was already a question. There was also what day will Professor Rhodes' office hours be? All I heard was 3 to 5 every week.
Oh, Wednesday.
Okay. Then Taylor asks, will you be announcing the top team or teams?
Yes, we're announcing the top team or teams during our lectures on Friday.
Okay. And okay, a lot of, oh, what university are the professors from who aren't OBs?
Kenyon.
I went to Princeton.
Kenyon.
Okay. As I said before, I went to University of Georgetown. Then the question for Professor Lang, is Professor Lang's hat the logo of Walgreens or is it the Washington Nationals?
No, very good eye. That'll come in handy in this class. It's the Washington Nationals, my home team. They've got a lot of great players on that team right now, and they're gonna win it all as soon as sports are a thing again.
Okay, and then also for Professor Lang, are you really Joe Exotic?
What? Who is that? The Tiger Man on the Flicks site? Yeah, no, I don't think so.
Okay, and then Ethan asks, is the first problem set coming out today?
Yeah, at the end of the lecture.
It should
Okay.
be up by 9 p.m. on the Google Classroom.
Okay, and then Glass Scissors asks, is it mandatory to attend office hours?
No. It's just if you want more help with any of the puzzle sets or if you have any concerns about the class. Or if you
Okay.
want to talk to Olivia, I suppose.
Yes. Then Noelle asks, if we get a no entry grade, do we have our memories of the class purged?
I'm not entirely sure what you're implying with that.
This is
Anyone else wants to take
this
the
is
question?
an outsourced class, so this isn't through Oberlin technically. So this is a different system entirely. You don't even get Oberlin credit. Professor Lang, can we see your keyboard?
Like what? No.
Okay. Oat Milk asks, is Professor Lang cosplaying Joe Exotic?
I don't know who this man is.
Okay. East Coast Samuel asks, what's up with the typos on the syllabus? So we've gotten a lot of questions about the syllabus.
It is a simple puzzle. It is meant to test your abilities before we get into the puzzle sets proper in order to kind of ease you into the class. I don't understand why there are so many questions about this, but if you have brought it up to us before, you receive 5 bonus points.
But now that
Okay.
the cat's out of the bag, I think that offer is probably not valid anymore. So good job.
Okay, so Team Plague asks, are office hours individual appointments or do we just call in together?
Your group can make an appointment together, at least for mine. You'll sign up as a group and whoever can make it can come. I don't know what Dr. Bronstein is up to. Or Olivia, for that matter.
Oh, well, for my office hours, I request that you sign up with your team email, but however many show up is fine. If you just want to show up individually, that's fine. Yeah. And then will team singular or top teams plural with the announcement? Will the team
Top.
singular? Okay.
Top teams plural. I think we're going to do either the top 5 or the top 3. I'm not sure that we've officially decided.
Okay. I thought we decided the 5, but
All right.
okay. Noelle asks, are we allowed to sacrifice other teams for bonus points?
Now that I like your spirit.
To sacrifice? What does that entail?
Can they define sacrifice?
What do we think we're doing here? This is
Okay.
an academic class.
Yeah, so after this, I'm going to try to only answer questions that are course relevant. Something I heard rumors about a demon.
What?
Do you have any? Oh, okay.
Who asked that?
What are the prerequisites for
Ghosts aren't real, kids.
Code 220?
We don't have any prerequisites. If you're enrolled, then congratulations, you have whatever is required to be here.
Okay, and then do you have any specific tips for success in this class?
Just keep your eyes open and use your brain and take risks. That's like life.
Okay, and then Maggie E asks, if we got the bonus points already, do we not get those anymore?
You still get the bonus points if they've already been assigned to you, if you've been told you have them. Aside from that, there might be more extra credit later on in the course.
They won't be like taken away from you or anything.
Okay, there's a Harry Potter question. Any chance of getting points if we have timestamp proof we did the syllabus thing but did not contact you?
That sounds like an individual question that you should get in touch with us personally about.
Okay. Leo asks, what happened in the first module? Did we miss any critical content? How many students currently in this module were also in the last module?
Well, the students who were in the first module is, I believe, just Team Blastoff. Light in here. But we should cover everything that you'll need to know in this module. You won't need any other outside information.
And most of the stuff, or some of the stuff that will be on the problem sets for the week, we'll cover in our lectures. So if you don't understand something, you might try waiting for those to see if that helps. But we're trying to make sure you don't need any outside knowledge or anything.
Okay, and also I would like to stress, after seeing some of the comments in the Discord, that there is no advantage to being in the first module. There's absolutely no advantage.
Everyone starts from the same number of points.
Okay, and then there's a question. Professor Lang, how do you feel about Carol?
Who's Carol? I don't know who Carol is. You mean my aunt, who I haven't seen in years? I don't know. I think she's doing pretty well these days.
Okay. Alex Fisher asks, would you say humans are inherently good or bad?
I'm really not sure how that relates to the course.
Okay. I will see 123 says, hi, I have a question.
What is the question?
Who knows? Okay, it looks like we don't have that many more questions unless there are more coming, but if you'd like to answer some of the more frivolous questions. If a student is identified as a demon, are we allowed to store them in holy crystals?
I believe that violates social distancing guidelines, but I suppose if they're 6 feet long,
No.
I really don't see how this is a situation that will come up, but.
Okay, Red Delicious apples, good apples, great apples, or the best apples?
Best apples, hands down. No question.
Okay. Okay, here is a course-related question. What is your favorite type of puzzle?
This is nobody gonna. We teach a class on puzzle solving. Yeah, come on, folks.
Well, what is your
like
favorite type of puzzle then?
I like word puzzles, and I like them tricky, and I like them punny, and I like them all jumbled up. And that's my puzzle. And also math, but math is hard and doesn't make good puzzles sometimes.
Conversely, I like my puzzles simple and solvable, so I don't have to work very hard on them. Math, not so much.
Okay.
I just enjoy solving puzzles. It's, the experience of figuring out what's going on with something and arriving at the correct answer is very satisfying.
I really like solving complex social and political issues in the form of a plan. Which of you made this syllabus?
It was a collaborative endeavor. We worked together to ensure the syllabus would be as good as it could be for the class.
I did jack shit on that. They did a lot.
Okay.
That's
That
he has
looks,
been having some issues with his internet recently.
okay. Thoughts on Pythagoreanism from Alpha Rat?
And
Like the
just in
paper?
general,
Yeah.
Pythagoreanism is the triangles one, correct?
Jesus Christ.
I didn't study math.
Hey, it was a smart fellow. Pythagoras.
Thank you. Did he make any puzzles? Is this relevant to the course?
Yeah, that I don't know about.
Okay. Well, it looks like that's all the, for all professors, do you feel that you can handle most issues that arise? What was the biggest challenge of last module?
There were some issues with the relationships between the students last module. I believe there were some teams that antagonized others, which is why there aren't as many of them around this module. But I believe we have the skills to handle that in this module.
Okay.
Is that all we got?
Yeah, it looks like that is all we have.
All right.
So, closing remarks.
All right. Well,
Good
luck with
I'm
the
very
puzzle
excited
sets.
to be back here for the first time at Oberlin, and I think you're going to do great in this course. You got my good wishes.
Okay. Just really quickly. Okay, I'm not going to ask that question because we like all the students. We like all the students equally, just to be clear. Okay.
All right. Anything else then?
Yeah, puzzle sets coming out soon. Get cracking on it.